Hey, what's up guys? This is MVDB from the Natural Warrior Tribe with Matthew Truscott here. I do pronounce that right, do I?
Yeah, you got it.
Cool. So you know we're all about converting our pain into a passion, and we're here at the Get Together conference in Belgium. It's the first one, and we're talking functional training. And I have the keynote speaker down here, so really I appreciate you taking time for us.
Of course.
If you could maybe introduce yourself real quick and tell you how you got here at the conference.
Cool. So I just took a plane here. No, I'm kidding.
Oh, shit.
I'm Matt Truscott, and I live in San Francisco. And I got involved with the GTC via Leander. And Leander's one of the guys that's heading the conference. And he has a very in-depth interest for functional training.
Cool.
And he also really likes Viper. And I was presenting for Viper for the last 2 years. Well, I've been presenting for them for almost 4, but I was working for them exclusively for the last 2 as the training manager. So what I would do is I would develop content, and I would also create new master trainers in different territories. And Leander and I were having discussions about Viper, and then when he wanted to have a conference, he asked me to come. And of course I would support that guy, he's a good guy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so you have a project, a business you just started? Or?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, we just launched. Well, we will launch in June. This is our first convention or conference that anybody's ever seen our content. There's been a lot of questions. What are you doing and what is this about? And we've just kind of kept it quiet because I didn't want to launch too aggressive and not be ready to support things. So we have a company that we create strategies for training and programming. And this has been seen before, right? There's a few other companies that do that, but we do some very unique movement patterns. And we have a very clever way of the way that we produce programming, right? So a lot of the times what you see is a lot of linear training,
yes,
or a lot of movement training, and very rarely are people integrating. And what we're trying to do is integrate both, but also movement patterns that are loaded and unloaded. You know, so we're trying to work together with Institute of Motion, and they do a lot of things. Something they call 4Q and varieties of different trainings. So we're trying to base our programming off of their concepts and theories. And we'll see if it works. Yeah, we launch in June.
It's cool. I mean, you got to check this guy out. Is it projectresistance.com?
That's Yep.
It's I had some of his workshops, and it certainly challenged my ideas from time to time, but it was inspiring. So I definitely recommend it. One of the things I want to say, and this is really the reason why I wanted to talk to you, is that when you speak, yeah, right, there's a passion coming from you, and I really want to know, where does that come from, and explain a little bit about that.
Okay, well, the easiest answer is, I'm an only child. I like attention.
That's it.
Yeah, and Americans, we're loud. No, where I grew up is in the Valley of California, and it's up north near San Francisco, about 2 hours out, an area of Manteca and Stockton. And that area isn't necessarily great anymore. And it's a very diverse area. So there's a variety of different languages, there's a variety of different skin colors, there's a variety of different cultures and walks of life, and that was very good for me. But if you wanted to stand out, you kind of had to stand out. Exactly. Right? And also, I was the white guy in the group of a very diverse group, but I was the only white guy.
Yeah.
So we were very outspoken, and if you wanted to be heard, you had to be heard. And the way you kind of communicate with each other is either physically, with sports, I hung out with a lot of the athletes, or it was verbally. We would just talk trash to each other. And so you had to be very quick on your toes, because you had to have something to say back. Even if it wasn't very good, you had to have something to say. And then it makes you think about what comes next and reacting. And it's nothing different than what politicians do, but then I was able to take that and realize that I had a little bit of a presence. I was loud, and people would listen. And so because of that, I kind of started to like speaking.
Yes.
And then when I got into the fitness industry, it was like, well, how do I speak and get involved in that? Because it's fun. It's just a lot of fun. And then when I became a trainer, it was great because you had your clientele. You had your weekly people that you speak to, that you would train and that you'd work with, and you'd see how well that they're doing. But then I had the opportunity to help another trainer, and that's kind of what got it going. Once I helped that trainer, and then more trainers wanted more information, and that just kept spiraling and snowballing and creating more and more and more for me, and I just loved it. Cool. And then when you get to travel doing that, I mean, that just makes it that much better.
Yeah, man. It's definitely one of the things I would love to one day. So.
You got to do it.
Yeah.
You got to do it.
So, you know, my motto, or Natural Warriors Tribe motto, is all about converting pain into a passion. How does it apply to your life?
Okay. Well, it actually can be in a variety of different ways. One is pain got me into this industry. So I was a football player, American rules football player,
yes.
Hitting each other. And I was okay, I guess. I was considered for professional, right? I didn't make a team because my limiting factor was I was really, really good at getting hurt. Really good at getting hurt. So I had a variety of different tears. Hurt the knee twice. I tore I tore my labrum in my shoulder. There was also some bone spurs that needed cleaning. So there's a variety of things I did to my body. So from that perspective, that pain then allowed me to learn how the body mechanically works, the psychological devastation that can happen from an injury. And I didn't make the pros. That was the one thing I always wanted, always. And when that didn't happen, it was very rough to come back from. You know, how do you be a normal person when your profile is always being the football player? And so once I got fitness, I liked it. And you can see the growth in somebody else. But the thing was, the pain that I had, most of my clients were in pain. Somebody would come with a knee injury or a back injury or an ankle that had just been surgically repaired. I need to rehab. So these things became tools for me because I had done all that.
Yes.
So I can take the practical knowledge that I had from pain and now apply it, and I can be very passionate about helping these people. That was pretty much what happened. And it drove me. It drove me, and it brought me to this point.
Would you love to go back to, you know, being a high professional footballer?
Well, the short answer is yes.
Oh, okay.
Yes, I love playing the game. The most difficult part about football is if you're not pro, you don't play anymore. You have, when you're playing with schools, and then you either make pros or you don't. It's a very difficult game to grab a bunch of your buddies and play because you have equipment, you have so many people to include. There's 22 guys per team, meaning you have an offense that has 11, a defense that has 11. They have to have 22 guys. It's just so many people. And insurance gets involved because injuries are going to happen. It's so messy. I don't want to do it. So it's kind of just like after football was done, it was just done. I'm an active guy. You know, I like playing basketball with my friends, or we're going to go rock climbing, or we're going to go to the beach and try to surf. That stuff is all awesome. But obviously, if you had an ultimate goal and you don't make it, there's a little bit of what if.
Yeah, I get that. Thinking about it that way, if let's say you told me or you told us you don't want to have children, right?
Oh no! I said I don't have them yet.
Oh, okay, you didn't have them.
I would love to have kids.
Imagine that you have them, right? But also imagine that tomorrow, for some reason, you would die, and you would have to share the greatest knowledge with your children, and you would have to tell them one thing that could benefit them the most of everything.
Oh man, one thing that would benefit you most. Shoot. I'll tell you what my dad said to me. It was that hard work is not something that you're born with. And if you have hard work, you can accomplish more than talent.
Yes.
So my dad, the way he pushed me was, you know, if you get really fast, there's going to be somebody faster. If you get really strong, there's going to be somebody stronger. There's always somebody that's either bigger or stronger or smarter or, you know, better looking or better speaking. It doesn't matter. There's always somebody better. Always. There's going to be somebody out there. Maybe you don't ever meet them, but there's somebody out there. So his argument was, don't ever be outworked. It worked for me. It worked for me, and it still does. It still serves me well. So I would say that. If you gave me a second one, I would just be curious.
I think, you know, I can give you a second one.
Okay, good. I appreciate that. I appreciate that. The second one would be, you know, just question things. Always understand why. Why are you doing something?
Yes.
Why is somebody telling you this? Because even if somebody says, hey, and they're very aggressive with you, hey, get out of my way, there's a reason why they've said that. You know, it's not just about you being in their way. Sometimes there's always an ulterior motive, or why is somebody teaching you to do something? There's always a why. If you can understand the why, it makes life a lot better.
Yes, that is exactly what I'm preaching to, man. So I'm glad you brought that up. Just to close, what is your dream, your number one dream? What is your why?
So my why in the industry?
Yes.
My why in the industry, I want to change it.
How?
I don't know. What I want to do is when I do die, that people would say he did ... for the industry. I don't know what that is, but hopefully it's something positive. Hopefully I made some sort of movement or some sort of shift in the industry. I don't know what that is yet. Maybe it's Project Resistance, maybe it's not. Hopefully it's just positive. But I want people to know my name, and I want to have had a positive influence to where if I did die, people were upset. Not when I died, like, oh, thank goodness that guy's gone, right? I would want to have a long-lasting effect on the industry and the people that are most important to me. Yeah, I would want my name to mean something.
Yeah,
that's what I'd say.
I think that's an amazing message to close with. And you know, Matthew was really inspiring. Hope inspire you too at home. And check us out, you know, projectresistance.com. Do you have a YouTube channel yourself? Or
we have Project Resistance on YouTube. Still putting up a lot of videos, a lot of things to do. Facebook, same thing. You can always add me. I'm Matthew Truscott on Facebook.
Exactly. And, you know, share the message, share the love. And we'll see you for the next session on, you know, convert your pain to passion. I'm NVDB for the Natural Warrior Tribe, and I'll see you soon.